course, tomorrow's big event, it's going to be all about Raghuram Rajan's last monetary policy. And while a CNBC TV 18 poll shows that no one really thinks that his swan song's going to be a rate cut, what the market is really keeping a lookout for is the central bank's stance on liquidity. Ekta, take us through what the general sense is, because you've been speaking to a whole host of market experts, bond dealers and economists alike. What does the market want to hear on the liquidity stance?
Well, with regards to the liquidity stance, there was one question which was asked to all of our poll participants, and that was whether the RBI approach for the quantum of liquidity should be kept in excess, should it be in balance, or should it possibly move to a deficit. So now, kept in excess like it is now, 60% of the participants believe that at this point in time. Kept in balance, which is a plus or minus of around 5,000 crores, 20% expect that. They move to a deficit, around 10% expect that, and increase in liquidity is around 10% is what is expected. Now, that is with regards to only the liquidity part of it. For the remaining part of the policy, it's expected to be unchanged. 95% expect nothing in terms of the repo, 95% expect nothing in terms of CRR as well as SLR. And if you're talking about, incremental rate cuts, which is beyond Rajan, then around 70% expect at least around 25 basis points in terms of an incremental rate cut. Some participants, around 20%, expect no cut going forward. And there are the 10% who are hopeful of a 50 basis points in terms of incremental rate cuts. In terms of other things such as keeping the GDP forecast or changing it, 95% again expected to be completely unchanged, or 90% expected to be unchanged. Similar case with the CPI, nothing expected really, or majority don't expect any sort of change in the CPI forecast, only around 10% expected possibly to be upped. Do you expect the accommodative stance or the accommodative word to remain in the policy? 100% believe that is going to be the case in terms of that. And any further direction on NPAs, 100% believe there's going to be no further direction on NPAs. It's going to be possibly a lot about Rajan, his 3-year tenure, and more about maybe the direction of the policy.
Well, let's see if it turns